Our gospel reading comes from Mark's Gospel, chapter 7, verses 24 through 37. Listen for the word of the Lord. From there, Jesus set out and went away to the region of Tyre. He entered a house and did not want anyone to know he was there, yet he could not escape notice. But a woman whose little daughter had an unclean spirit immediately heard about it, and she came and bowed at his feet. Now the woman was a Gentile, of Syrophoenician origin. She begged him to cast a demon out of her daughter. He said to her, "Let the children be fed first, for it is not fair to give the children food and serve it to the dogs." But she answered him, "Sir, even the dogs under the table eat the children's crumbs." Then he said to her, "For saying that, you may go, and the demon has left her daughter." So she went home and found the child lying on the bed, and the demon gone. Then he returned from the region of Tyre and went away by Sidon towards the Sea of Galilee in the region of the Decapolis. And there they brought to him a deaf man who had an impediment in his speech, and they begged him to lay his hand on him. He took him aside in private away from the crowd, and put his fingers into his ears, and he spat and touched his tongue. Then he looked up into heaven and sighed, and said to him, "Ephphatha," which that is, "be open." And immediately his ears were opened, his tongue was released, and he spoke plainly. Then Jesus ordered them to tell no one, but the more he ordered them, the more zealously they proclaimed it. They were astounded beyond measure, saying, "He has done everything well. He makes the deaf to hear, and the mute to speak." This is the word of the Lord. Thanks be to God. Will you pray with me? Gracious God, we come to you once again this morning to have you speak to our hearts. So may the words of my mouth and the meditation of all of our hearts be acceptable in your sight, for God, our rock and our Redeemer. Amen. Well, I hope that you've noticed that in both buildings now, we have AEDs, automatic electronic defibrillators. There's one right back here in the back that the session said we should have over here. We bought with memorial money. Thank you for that. And the other one is in the other building near the drinking fountain. Those are there. That one's been there ever since I've been here. And hopefully we will never need those things. But they're there just in case we need them. So I got a question. Have you ever used one? Or have you ever been trained on one? And some of you have. I see some hands. It's really simple to use an AED. Take it out of the case, open it up, and do what it says. It will talk you through the whole thing. Oh, first you should call 911, then open it up. It won't let you make a mistake. If you put the pads on in the wrong place, it will say, "Reposition pads." And if you don't need to shock somebody, it will say, "Shock not advised." Or if it does think you should shock somebody, to say, "Shocking, please stand back." And a life can be saved with that thing. Now, you all know how to use the AED, so we're all good to go. Artificial life support keeps our bodies alive when our bodies don't want to cooperate. Artificial respiration, when they put the tube down your throat when you're in the hospital to breathe for you, or they use the ambu bag to breathe for you when your lungs aren't working right. Or they've got heart stimulators, we call those pacemakers. Some of you have pacemakers, and I know that, yeah. And they keep your heart stops working, and it keeps your heart working. They have ways of doing that in the hospital. During heart surgery, your heart is stopped and restarted several times. Some of you don't remember that, but it might have happened to you. And when you're doing the heart surgery, they just bypass the heart altogether. Stick it in a machine, and the machine runs through you and keeps you alive. But how do we know when someone is actually not? How do we know that? The machines can keep our bodies alive for a long time. And we need to know a way, how do we know that someone's actually passed on? Well, there's a standard that's been adopted by every state in our country. It says that a patient is dead when there is no longer any functioning brain activity. Now, this is determined in two ways. First, by a detailed process that ascertains the person's ability to respond to voice, touch, pain, or other stimuli. And second, by confirming that a brainstem no longer works to regulate a person's breathing. Thus, if that person is removed from the ventilator, the person will not breathe on his or her own. Now, some of you are looking around going, well, some of us are already brain dead here, but let's not go into this. It's a very, very painful process when you have a loved one who's on a machine and you have to make a decision to take them off the machine. It's a very, very painful process, and I don't want to go through it, but I have been there before. Well, James isn't talking about dead people. James is talking about a dead faith today. He gives a shorthand version of this criteria, how to find out if a person is alive or not. In verse 17 he says, So faith by itself, without works, is dead. But in the preceding verses, he spells it out more clearly. James' criteria for a dead faith includes acts of favoritism and partiality that result in dishonoring the poor within a Christian context. Someone comes in and says, oh, you're a special person, here, take this special seat. Especially in the church. Shows that your faith isn't working. It needs life support. Failure to keep the whole law, but instead choosing bits and pieces. He says this practice is not on the divine law behind them all, and that divine law is this: love your neighbor as yourself. So when we love our neighbor as ourselves, we are keeping the whole law. When we go out, we start picking off little pieces of the law. Oh, I want this piece and I want this piece, but I'm going to ignore that thing about eating bacon. Take the whole law. The whole law is summed up. Jesus said it and James says it. Love your neighbor as yourself. He calls it the divine law. Showing no mercy is another way that shows that our faith is dead, that we need some life support. Or paying lip service to one's faith and not expressing that faith through our good works, through our good deeds. So what if our faith needs a little life support? There's a woman named Ethel Barrett who was well known for telling Bible stories to children. And some of you might have had her stuff when you were teaching Sunday school or even in Sunday school. She was well known in the 1940s and 50s as a writer of children's books. She put it this way: you have a tongue in your head and two tongues in your shoes. And no matter what the tongue in your head is saying, the tongues in your shoes tell what you're doing and where you're going. And the awful truth is, the tongues in your shoes have the last word. But we're Protestants, we're Presbyterians, and we say, but we believe in sola fide, by faith alone. It's one of our core beliefs as a Protestant. By faith alone. And Martin Luther, who started the whole Protestant movement, emphasized that. Our salvation does not come because we're doing good things. Luther says, and Paul says, we are saved through faith alone. But James points out, because we are saved through faith, we do good works, we do good things. At least we should. Psychologist Alfred Adler said, trust only movement. Life happens at the level of events, not of words. Trust movement. Thus it follows that what we do tells more about the state of our faith than what we say. And that is indeed what James meant when he said, so faith by itself, if it has no works, is dead. We might think of being in a rowboat with the word faith on one oar and the word works on the other oar. If you've ever rowed a rowboat, you know that it takes both oars. I tried to find a picture of a video of somebody trying to row a rowboat with one oar. What happens when you row with one oar? You go around in circles. Of course, every video I found somebody standing in the back of the boat with one oar sculling. In which case you can, but I want you to imagine two oars, one on each side. And the boat goes in a circle, clockwise with one oar, counterclockwise with the other oar. To actually get any place, you got to have both oars working together. Faith and works. Jesus, in our gospel lesson this morning, that's a difficult passage to read, and we talked about it against breakfast, and we can spend more time unpacking that at another time. But Jesus says to this woman who comes to be healed, He says, I'm not here for you, I'm here for the Jews. And she says, yeah, but what about us too? Jesus grew at that moment and said, yes, we need to love everyone. Jesus said, love your neighbor as yourself. And he says, even the Syrophoenician woman, the Gentiles are our neighbors. He points that out to us in that thing. So I invite us, like Jesus rode with both oars, like James is saying, we need faith and works to go out when we row with both oars. One wise pastor wrote, now how can older people continue to be active in their faith? A lot of people who are older are now single. They can minister to each other by checking on one another. He says, one of my present church members owes her life to one who was checking up on her. She would have died. And I had a lady who was a stroke victim, now confined to a nursing home. She has led several Bible studies over the years, right there in the nursing home. He says, I have an older couple who were eating out in a restaurant. They got to talking to the waitress who was engaged to be married. They gave her a wonderful witness of how God needs to be a part of her marriage. And he says, I once had a lady who could not get out of her apartment. However, she could write. And so she sent prayerograms for those in the hospitals or the ill at home, expressing greetings and prayers of the church family. So let us, as we enter the new program here, continue to live out our faith, to do the works that comes because our faith is solid. At the shelter, making pillows, knitting, praying for one another, checking up on one another. I know a number of you are here simply because somebody came by and gave you a ride. And if you can't, you say, I can't do any of that. Listen to the story from that pastor. Prayerograms are wonderful things. I even know back on the welcome table in the back, there are some cards from the church on the front of them. Take some of those, or any cards you've got. If you need cards, see Jim, he'll help you out. Send a card to someone in a hospital, at home, just thinking about them. Call your friends. Find out how they're doing. That's how we live out in faith. Will you pray with me? Gracious God, we do thank you for giving us faith. Help us to continue to live out the faith that you have given to us, to do good works, to love our neighbors as ourselves, to love everyone, to do the works that you have called us to do. Lord, help us to live out our faith. We pray in Jesus' name. Amen.